Hello and welcome to the channel. So today I have a product from EVBase and this product is for your interior. Now I've got the Motor White Juniper here. This was a launch edition. Before I jump into it, what is this product about? It's an interior car seat cover. Again, this is from EVBase, and if you go on the website, they got different options. You can change your car interior from black to white to red. You can even do custom inscriptions and stuff on it. So what I have here that is sent me to review is the one for the white, to convert this to a white interior. It's also the launch series edition that they have. So it's gonna have a launch series inscription on it. So for this car interior cover here, basically I like it for, it does two things. I like for those two things. One, again, is it changes the look of your car on the inside. If you wanna go from black to white or a different color, also offers you protection. So if you're trying to protect your native leather seat, this here becomes the new thing that takes the brunt of all the whatever's happening in your car. So spills, whatever, this is a protection for your car. And I think in a way, probably also add some more cushioning, because now you're putting leather and cushioning on top of what you have already. So you're gonna have like that extra cushioning. You can have protection for your interior seat, and then also you can change the look of your seat. It's very simple. It looks straightforward, but it is involved in putting together. But we'll go through the steps of doing that. But before we do that, let me show you what the kit looks like, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got everything all laid out for you. You can see you have your two front seats that you have here. So that's your two front seats, driver, passenger. They're about the same thing, no difference in there. What you have in that little middle spot there, that is your armrest cover. So that covers the front seat. And again, the back seat, the backrest and the headrest, all one piece. The base, one piece. Armrest cover, another single piece. That's what you have there for the front seat. In the back, you have also very similar. Basically, what you have now is you have the left side, right? The left side, the middle, the right side. You have the headrest covers, and then the base. So it's basically, it's one flat base, and then you've got this is what goes in the middle. So this would be when you pull the armrest down, that's the space for the cup holder. On the opposite side, this is going to be the space for the backrest. And then you have for the seat back and then the headrest. And like I mentioned, this has its leather on top, and it's also got some foam backing. And so again, this will add extra cushioning. Like even doing this, I can feel the cushioning on it. And then you've got this kit in here. It's got a white gloves, pry tools, and then some hooks and some circular clips that you use to hold things in place. So again, that's just what the kit looks like. Your headrest for the rear. Once we put this in, I'll walk you the steps of putting this in, talk about everything, how things what goes, and then share feedback on performance once we're done. So let's get to it. So I'm starting with the passenger seat here. I'm gonna push this back so I've got some space to walk with around here. Just make some space. We're gonna keep this handy. We're gonna use that circle thing in a little bit, but the headrest and the body comes in one. So I'm just going to pull that on. I've got some wrinkles here. We won't sweat that now, but for now, just putting this on. And so the straps, this strap and this one will go to the back, but we'll take care of the back in a little bit. For now, we're just trying to get this set up in here. While we're here in the front, there are these three straps in the bottom here. So we're gonna take these three straps here, right? You put it in on one end, and then the other cut, you gotta put that in. So you need this to go across. There we go. So again, I'm gonna take this one off to show you how it is from the beginning. So you take this, put it in on one end, and then you turn this around and you put it in on the other end so that it's going across like this. Once you have it like this, then you're gonna pass this under to the back, and then we'll go grab the back and then we'll finish out what it looks like in the back. So here, well, first, let's do this piece here. This piece is gonna clip, but we're gonna put it behind this. So take that, pass it in between. And there you go, that's clipped in. While we're here, what we're gonna be doing is going under here, and you have to take out this leather piece here. It's held in by elastic straps, and so it's towards the end right here. Here we go. We'll just simply clip it. There we go. That's that. And now you can see the three things. We'll pull this guys through, and then just like that, pull this through. And then the third one, watch out for this cabling here that you're not pinching it. And so the way you want it is you want this to basically cross between the bottom and the top. If you want to pull tight, so it pulls it in all the way. There we go. And that's that. We'll keep this open because we gotta do the seat base that we'll come back and do in the back here. All right, for this, what's gonna happen is we're gonna tuck this into this seat back here, so it's not looking like this, right? So I'm just gonna start first with my hands. My hands are clean. They do include white gloves if you want to get fancy, but actually I will use it because it's got a little bit of cushioning for my fingers, so we'll see. I'm gonna go all the way down and I'll show you how that looks like in a second. I got it tucked in. Yeah. There we go. I got it tucked in all the way. You can't avoid this, unfortunately. This is gonna be there. Sit back. Done. Okay, so for the seat base, pretty straightforward. You've got this side front to back straps here that have this plastic clips. We're going to take this out, right? We're gonna pass, this is gonna be in the back, sorry, this is the front. And then on this side, you have this elastic loops. This one, you're gonna be hooking them to metal rails under the seat with the little hooks that you have in the kit. But first things first, we gotta send these two long straps to the back based on the cutout between the back seat and the base. So let's get that going. So I'm just gonna bunch this all up and try to push this through. And we'll go to the back and go fish it out. And then same thing on this side. And then this side one here, you're gonna need to pass it down. It's gonna go down under, and then for the one here, we're gonna push it through the gap in here. So let me move this forward. I'm gonna pass it through this gap here, and we're gonna be catching it under here somewhere. If you have your pry tool, that's gonna come in very handy. So, because it's a tight spot to get through under there. Do this. We'll go catch it under. But for now, I just want to get it into that space so it's in there. This is a trick you can do. Lean the seat back all the way so you got space to work with, and then you can push this through. And then in the same space, I'm gonna get this guy shoved in between the trims. Remember, you pass this from the back to the front, both sides. All right, now I'm gonna thread them again through the clip in front. Just like that. And then I'm gonna pull it pretty tight. I'm gonna pull as tight as I can go. For the strap to the side, you wanna raise your seat up and then go in and feel for it. I've got the side here now, so I'm gonna take need one of these hooks. Right, let's keep this guy up here. And you pass it through just like so. There's a cut in that hook. There we go. And then what you want to do then is find a metal thing to clip it onto, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second now. This is the metal strap, right? And I have it hooked over here, just like so. Do not hook it to a wire. Make sure you're getting one of the metal rails, okay? You wanna get the metal rail and just hook it there. If I get the second one, I'm gonna run that one this way and probably hook it to this guy here. So that's that. there you have it. Now the front seats, I've gone from black to now white. This has got a launch series stuff on it. It's got this two-tone. You do have some hair pockets in between those two, but when you sit on it, of course, it won't be visible. And I think this also gives you some more cushioning. We'll talk a little bit more when it's all done. We'll go over it. All right, so to wrap up the front, we'll do the center console, the armrest. That will take care of all of the front. This is it. The angle on the cutout is more steep on one side and the other, which is to align with this here. So that's gonna be your front. And honestly, this is not hard. It's just simply gonna start. I'm just gonna wear it on like that. So let me tell you something that I've observed right away. Number one, this is not a full wrap, right? It's just this Velcro straps here. Like, I'm not sure if I'm liking this piece. Another thing that I think might be an issue with this center with this armrest piece here is the seat. So I'm gonna move this seat forward. I want you to kind of watch what happens between this and this. So it's coming forward, and there you go. It's brushing pretty tight on it, right? And so there's a lot of noise that's happening, a lot of friction. And so I might just keep this off, because already right now, because I have an extra cushioning on this seat, I barely, like, see, when I get to the front here, it starts to touch. So it's already pretty close with this, that adding this, it's gonna make it very tight, and it's just gonna be abrasion back and forth if you move your armrest a lot. Well, I'll put it on and I'll see. We'll let it be for a couple of days, and we'll see how we adjust to it. Gotta push this back a little bit more. Now let's go do the back seats. If you have any kind of a rear protection stuff installed, like on here, I have that installed here, you have to take those out, because this now, it goes on over front and back. Unfortunately, you cannot have any protection on there, because this is not carpet or anything that can Velcro on. So this basically becomes a new protection. So just something to be aware of. So for example, on mine, I've got that in there. So I'm gonna fold both seats. So your kit, you're gonna have a little tiny screwdriver that they're gonna include. What you need to do with that, again, I've got stuff in here that's not gonna let you see, but there's a tiny hole in the headrest. So what I'm gonna do is move this forward a little bit, because I want to be able to clear that headrest there. There's a tiny hole that you gotta push in, and then you press the button for that. You press the button for the headrest on one side, you pull the screwdriver on the other side, and you can pull up. So that's how you get the headrest off. So that's one. I'm going to do the same on this other side here. There's no left or right. You're just going to, with the power of the flap, that'll be in front. So. Keep the address separate for now. For this, guys, you're gonna know the cutout is deep on one side. I believe this is gonna be for the left side, and then for this side. That's that. You also have the hole for the hook that's in the middle, and then the middle part just has this for the back, right? Basically that, and then we'll do this for the front, and then this is the headrest for the middle, which we can probably do now. Let's go start with the driver's side. I'm gonna take this guy, get that separate. I'm gonna come in from here, get that hook part in there. Make sure you align things how they need to be. Before you do that, seat belt. You gotta bring the seat belt out. All right. So let's bring seat belt out. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, seat belt comes out. Don't forget that. And then this basically goes to the back like so. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna hold this like this. I'm gonna bring this down. All right. Now we're going to this guy is going to be keying with the bottom of this. So I'm gonna make this guy go full flat all the way. I'm gonna pull this guy up here now. There we go. Pull it up like so. Just want this guy out of the way. And then with it being pulled up properly, then I'm gonna pull down and press. Okay, and then just finish out some of this pieces here, just to make sure. There you go. That's it. seat back is done. Now for seat base. All right, so for the rear one, before you get to doing it, you do have to prep this piece here first. You've got a strap on the side here, and this one here, you're gonna be using this hooks. That's one there. The other one's gonna go in the middle here. And then the last one is gonna go over here, okay? And then you've got these straps that we gotta loosen up. It's 4 of them. 2, 3, and 4. That's the cutout for the buttons, cutout for the seat belts. So there's a big seat belt cutout, small one. Big one's gonna be for the side with the 2 belt buckles, single belt buckle. And so basically it will be like this. You might have a crease in the middle from the fold. Again, that will probably go away over time. But before we put this in, we have to take the seat out first. Let's just go do the seat piece and then we'll come back to this. There we go, that's it. Pull up in front and then you're gonna pull up and then out. Don't pull too hard because again, there's wirings in here, and there you go. Those are the wirings down there. So that's it. I'm probably gonna bring this out just to make it easier to work with, which means in that case, that's this over here that needs to be disconnected. Wow. There we go. Just one wire to disconnect. It's right under here, and you can pull the seat out. Okay, so with this guy here, it's gonna go just like so. I'm gonna wear this first in front. For this straps that's here, you want to thread them through the seatbelt holes, right? You thread them through the seatbelt holes. Put this on. There we go. You're ready to see things aligning. Alright. Here we go. So if you remember, we have this here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook it I'm just gonna hook it into that plastic piece over there. This guy here, same thing. All right, so there is a thing here. Maybe I can, or in here, there's a little space here. There we go. I can hook it in there. And then we got one more on this side. Only thing now is this side, there's no big of a pull in that hook over there. So I wish I could pull a little bit more just to make it tight, but I don't have anything to hook on here. So unless I want to go that way, I don't like it, but that's the only one way I can make sure it's nice and snug. Actually, yeah, this one too is not so tight. So if I want to make it nice and snug, I'll put it here. All right. Then we start taking this guy here, thread that. Whatever you do, just watch out for the wires. Make sure you're not pinching on anything. So just be very mindful that you're looking out for the wires. This is coming in through the seatbelt hole. that's that. Just checking sure that my seatbelt holes are good. All right, bringing this back in. Again, I disconnected this cable from here. It's a clip you press. It's just the only one cable. You disconnect everything, fits to the seat through that one cable. And so I'm gonna plug that back in first. There we go. All right, just quick test, make sure that's going. This one here, we're still struggling with to get it to fit. And what I'm gonna do is while I'm here, maybe I can tuck it in. Now I'm gonna see, can I do this hook in here now? Oh yeah, here we go. So this is something you can do for this piece in here. It's a bit of work because it's a very small strap. What I did was I pulled it through and then I mounted this plastic thing in here, and that's how I'm gonna keep it in place from not flapping out. So now I'm gonna go back to this, take this, plug it back in again. Once it's in, quick test, good. Then remember for this guy here, it's not much to it. You're gonna push it in the back and then clip it down in front. So make sure your seatbelts are in the right holes. It's like there we go. Make sure you keep your seatbelts in the right slots and they come through. There we go. And then once you've got that, you're just gonna press down. There we go. You might need some brute force. Just sit on it. All right, and that's it. Quick test to make sure it's in. Yep. Yep. And there you go. Okay, so we are all done, and here you have it now. You've got white interior. It's actually two-tone, white and black in the front. Same thing in the back. You've got a two-tone, all white. So it looks really good. And so, but now that we have that, let's talk about some things, the positives and then I'll call them concerns that I may have. Positive wise, I think this seat, it does feel a little bit more comfortable because now you've got extra cushioning and extra padding from this year. So it's definitely a lot more comfortable. Positive again, of course, you've got the different look. You can make this customized how you want. This says launch series on it. You can get one that just says Tesla. You can get one that's plain. And they think an option also of making it customized where you can get your own logo or inscription on it. So that's also a positive there that so you have. Ease of installation, not too complicated. I'll probably give this probably like a 6 or 7. It's not easy, but it's not hard. It's not easy because you gotta work with some tight spaces and pull some stuff tight and actually like in this spot over here. But it's not hard to because you don't have to do screws or take things apart. So I'll say that. And so look wise, I think it looks good. My wife came in and she was like, I love this. Now let's talk about concerns. I'm not gonna call them negatives. I'm calling them concerns because I don't, they're just concerns. Of course, in the Juniper Model Y, you have ventilated seats in front, right? Let's start with that. This does have perforation in it, and I'm going to turn on the seat ventilation. I'm going to drop this AC down and see how does that feel in here. I tried in the driver's seat earlier on. I did feel the coolness. It took a little bit. Okay, so right now I feel it. I feel the coolness coming through. It's a little bit subdued, which makes sense because it's no longer blowing directly. This is now another layer on top of that. So the air is blowing in between this and the Tesla seat, but the force is enough to push it through. And of course, with the air blowing, it gets cool under there. You feel that coolness. So it's not a direct coolness that you're feeling anymore. Like the air is not blowing directly on you, but you do feel the coolness from the seats being cooled, and that's radiating to you. So that's one thing I'll say. It's not a big concern, but yes, it does subdue the ventilation a little bit. The heating is not hot air, it's just heating coils. So that one I'm sure you'll probably feel a lot more quicker. Now, the other part is going to be the airbags in the seat, right? So there are airbags in this side over here. Typically, when the airbag deploys from the seat, what happens is the seam in the seat rips open and the airbag comes out through there. How does this do with an airbag deployment? I will reach out to the vendor and have them speak on it if they have done any kind of testing. When I do these reviews, I want to be fully transparent, just something to be mindful of. Other light concern then is ease of cleaning this. If it gets dirty, if it gets stained, probably what you would do with your Tesla seat, just get like a little damp towel, wipe it off, and that's good. So benefits again, look for sure, extra padding, extra cushioning. Also, it's also better protection for your original seat. So now if you have a white seat interior and you put it on top of it, now you're protecting your original white seat. You have black seat, put it on top of it, you're protecting your original seat. So you take this off, say a year or two, your seats from Tesla originally should look pristine if you do this pretty early on. And so if you want to order yours, I will put links, discount codes, and everything in the description. They've got different options, different colors, and so EVBase, check them out. They have a bunch of other accessories also for Teslas. Definitely check them out. I will rock this for some time, so I'll be able to see how well and how good this lasts. And so, as always, thanks for being here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that button, be subscribed, and we'll see you next time.